Easy. Question, why not slide back?
10 Best Non-Stop Action Movies of All Time on YouTube. Number 10, Taken. Liam Neeson's role in Taken almost single-handedly reinvented the actor's career. It follows a former government agent, Brian Mills, who travels to France to rescue his daughter after she was kidnapped by human traffickers. There, he puts to use his set of special skills to fight for the life of his daughter. Taken starts out somewhat slow to establish the plot, but once it gets going, it hardly ever slows down. The film takes Mills on his fight through the criminal underworld of Paris to rescue his daughter before he loses her forever. It was a perfect combination of action and thriller and a true heel turn of a career. Number 9, Kingsman. Based on the excellent Mark Millar comic book, Kingsman, The Secret Service is such an action-packed movie even its opening credits are full of explosions and a shootout. From there, it follows Eggsy, a young man and former Marine, in his journey to become an agent of the Kingsmen, following in his father's footsteps. Kingsman and its sequel, The Golden Circle, are both great movies for action and comic book fans alike. They deliver a grittier spin on all the Bond tropes for a new generation. Many of the classic hallmarks of spy movies show up, from ridiculous gadgets to impossible action sequences in the name of saving the world. Number 8, Shoot 'Em Up. Shoot 'Em Up is one of the best action movies of all time, and arguably the best of the 2000s. The movie embraced over-the-top action fun, and set up an Elmer Fudd, Bugs Bunny dynamic between the main hero and villain. Few movies have as many guns as this. Shoot 'Em Up is beloved by many for its unapologetic violence, with many still left wondering if the movie was ultimately pro-gun or a satirical pillory of gun culture. Its main hero, Mr. Smith, is one of the greatest yet most unappreciated action heroes of recent cinema. Number 7, Skyfall. Skyfall is easily the best of Daniel Craig's Bond movies and is in the running for the title of Best 007 movie overall. The movie introduced a new Bond villain in Javier Bardem Silva, a former spy who was abandoned by M and emerged bitter on a mission of vengeance. Skyfall is among the best spy movies, and offered a good ending to the story of Judi Dench's M. Its final action sequence was beautifully drawn out and had Bond fighting a small army of mercenaries on the Scottish Highlands, culminating in its showdown. Number 6, The Rock. The Rock is one of Michael Bay's best movies, and featured a star-studded cast that included Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris and Sean Connery. It follows a mission to retake Alcatraz Island from a group of disgruntled Marines who hold San Francisco hostage to use of chemical weapons. The Rock has a great amount of action, from a high-speed car chase in the streets of San Francisco to gun battles between Marines and Navy SEALs. In keeping with traditional Michael Bay movies, it's replete with explosions, fistfights and against-the-odds battles. Number 5, Nobody. Bob Odenkirk may be best known as a comedic actor and for his role as Saul Goodman, but Nobody proved he has great action potential. The movie follows Hutch, a former government agent, who is set against the local Russian mafia when he puts the boss's younger brother in the hospital. Nobody followed in the footsteps of John Wick, with fast-paced action sequences and the idea of an assassin getting pulled back into old habits. Hutch's war against the mafia to just be left alone culminates in an all-out battle for survival and to protect his family, bringing down the mob's enforcers as he does. Number 4, Mission Impossible Fallout. While the Mission Impossible movies have been great action from the first entry, Fallout has established itself as the most action-packed and high-stakes of its franchise. The movie had Ethan on a mission to recover some stolen plutonium to prevent the Syndicate from bringing down civilization. The film made excellent use of daring stunts and intense scenes, most notably a stormy parachute jump amidst the onslaught of lightning. With two excellent action stars in Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise at odds, there was a great hero and villain to provide the fights, and Ethan finally met his match. Number 3, Extraction. Extraction stars Chris Hemsworth and follows an intense mission to extract the son of a wealthy crime lord out of an area in India. The movie has hard-hitting action almost from the outset, and rarely lets up once the plot gets going and the mission is underway. Extraction did a great job at delivering an often unseen realism to the fighting, with most action movies preferring less realistic scenes. The movie did an excellent job of establishing Chris Hemsworth as an action hero beyond his Marvel role, and gave fans some much-appreciated gritty realism. Number 2. Dredd. Judge Dredd has been a mainstay of the comic book industry since his 70s debut. After a widely panned and campy 1995 movie, the antihero finally returned to screen in 2012. Dredd followed its titular hero and his partner, Anderson, as they battled their way through a megablock to bring down a crime gang. Dredd is as fast-paced as action movies get, beginning with a high-speed chase through the streets of Mega City 1. The setting in a contained, no-way-out style building and an almost endless supply of criminal henchmen meant the two cops never had a moment's rest from the onslaught of attackers. Number 1. John Wick. John Wick was an instant hit with actions, and deservedly so. Reviving the career of Keanu Reeves, it followed the titular retired assassin when he was pulled back into a life of violence to avenge his murdered dog. John went on a mission of vengeance through the Russian mafia, proving almost unstoppable. Few action movies have raised the bar of the genre as significantly as John Wick. Not only did the movie take fight choreography to the next level but delivered an incredibly stylish movie on top. The film was such a great hit that it managed to land 3 sequels.